How's it going, everyone? And welcome to Space Engineers. Now, Space Engineers is something that I've played a good bit on stream, but I've never actually uploaded any content of it. I've played a bit on multiplayer with one other person, Newt. If you ever have been by my streams while I played this, then you will know who that is, and he is way smarter than me at this kind of stuff, and he has taught me quite a bit, but I've decided I wanted to see how far I could go if I did this by myself. I've been doing a little bit on a solo world over here on a Mars-like planet, and it's been going okay, but I decided why not actually make a little bit of a series out of it or something. It's going to be a little bit of an experiment. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this up. I'm just going to give it a shot, see how it goes. This world we've done quite a bit on. I've spent the vast majority of my Space Engineers hours in this world, but this time I think we're going to try something a little new. Now, I'm probably going to do the same start, where I start out with the star system playthrough. So I'm going to do... Actually, I'll just name this Star System LP. Very cool. We're going to stick with survival. We're going to stick with offline, so there's not going to be any other players. We will have mods, however. I do enjoy playing with mods, and you will get a list of all the mods that we have. I, of course, just have these directly through Steam. I don't know if you can download them through any other means. You probably can, but just so that you have an idea, if you needed to pause and look over what I have in here, feel free, just so you can get an idea of what I'm playing with here. The biggest thing for me is going to be the nanites. I love playing with the nanites, along with the arc reactors. The arc reactor pack is incredible, and the nanite control facility is incredible. All right, so we'll just throw all of these in and we'll go ahead and get started. So again, we are doing the star system playthrough, and here we go. The reason, by the way, I'm not doing like the Mars planet, moon base, any of that, is because I don't want to start with a base already built. The only thing we're going to start with is whatever kind of drop pod it gives us. Now, the world that I've spent most of my time in was the Earth-like planet. Main reason was just because it has plenty of oxygen. It's the same level of gravity as it is on Earth, so everything was going to be about the same. And then I tried the Mars-like planet where there's no oxygen, but everything else is still pretty simple. So I might do one of those. I might also drop on the there's a cold planet where basically everything's ice, but I almost don't want to, because that's almost too easy. You have to get ice in order to obtain oxygen, and hydrogen is used for fuel, and obviously oxygen is used for air, so you can not die. So I'm a little torn on exactly which planet to drop on. Now, the one I do not want to drop on is the alien planet, quote unquote, because apparently there's big spooky spiders, and I don't want to deal with those. I've never actually dealt with those at this point, but Newt did say, he did tell me that he wanted me to be with him the first time I experienced those, just so he can see my reaction, which is fair. And he's the one who really got me into the game, so we'll do that. So I'm not going to do the Earth-like drop. I'm not going to do the alien drop. Titan, however, I know nothing about Titan. So Titan has very little gravity, no oxygen, and is listed as being hard. That could be interesting. That could be very interesting. I don't know what kind of resources it has that we would have to deal with. There's also Europa, which, again, low gravity. That's basically, we're going to be on a moon from what I can tell. And then there's Triton. That's the cold one that I was talking about, where it's basically the same thing. It's actually the same statistics as Earth. It's just everything's made of ice. And then there's Little Bird, where you're just in a ship, and that's in a ship, and that's in a ship, and then there's nothing. You're just in a spacesuit, which I don't want to do that one by any means. So I think, I haven't tried Europa. It's listed as hard. That could honestly be a lot of fun. But then Titan, that looks like it's like right outside. I think that's the alien planet. It kind of looks like it would be, right? And then there's... No, I don't want to do Triton. And then there's Europa. I'm going to try Titan. We're going to try Titan. I've never done it. We'll see how it goes. I'm a little excited, and I'm a little bit nervous. Here we go. Oh. It's a little frozen at the moment. I can't actually tell what's happening. I think it's just loading in the world. Oh, here we go. All right. I don't have a HUD. There we go. Now I have a HUD. Whoa. Hold on. Do we have... Oh, we're in the rover. So this is the same rover that it gives us... Oh, look at that. Yeah, I think that's the alien planet. That's so cool. I'm pretty sure this is the same rover it gives you in the Mars-like planet. This is pretty neat. Wait, there's a beacon. Oh, because we're out of atmosphere. Or something. No, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's one of the, Maybe there's bases here. And what is this? Is this an ice lake? Kinda looks like an ice lake. We're about to hit atmosphere. Which is apparently a very low atmosphere. Try the parachute. I don't expect it to do much. Oh, actually, it's doing quite a bit. It's probably unnecessary, though, given the fact that this is such a low gravity. That looks like an ice lake, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to be looking around immediately to see if I can find any ore deposits, because you can kind of see them when you're up in the air. Let's see if we can scroll out a little bit. Oh, I see something out there. So against this color, it'll probably show up as white. Come on. This is a pretty cool view, though. And I'm gonna lean up. Oof, there we go. And then disconnect that. All right, and we are touchdown. So let's see. We should have an ore detector on board. So I won't need to worry about that. Whoa. Yeah, the low gravity is going to be a little bit weird. It's definitely something to get used to. But it's also going to be something that might be convenient, actually, when it comes to flying around. All right, so I'm going to head over here because, again, there's some kind of ore deposit from the looks of things. I don't know what's up with those beacons. I'm very interested. It might be like trading. Ooh, I didn't click any settings. Uh-oh. I didn't check for, like, economy settings or anything like that. Oh, dear. All right, so there's nickel here. There's platinum here. No way. Oh, right, because this isn't technically a planet. It's a moon. That's crazy good. I didn't realize that there was going to be platinum here. I almost feel guilty now. Just pop a wheelie trying to move forward. That's kind of hilarious. So there's nickel here. There's platinum here. There appears to be ice right on the edge there. All things that are very good. I'd be able to get stone out of the ground. Stone should yield iron. Doesn't look like there's anything else there. This is... Ooh, don't flip. Oh, man. Steering is definitely going to be interesting in a land vehicle. I think there's more ore up there on that hill. You know what? I'm just going to hop out. Here we go. This is us. We're in a little red suit. And here we go. Oh, man. I can actually save a lot of hydrogen by just doing little bounces like this. I assume this is ice. Oh, and there's cobalt. Oh, cobalt right here. Yeah, this is all ice. So yeah, this is an ice lake. So that's very convenient. So we've got ice, there's cobalt right here, and actually cobalt is going to be the very first thing I grab. I know that sounds a little bit weird. Normally you're going to go for iron and stone, or stone first, then you'll look for iron and whatnot, but cobalt I want to have just in my cargo. Let's see. So we're going to grab a little bit of this. We're going to, I think, just go ahead and fill up the inventory. Because I'm going to have to grab stone anyway, right? So there's no harm in getting some of that along with the cobalt. There we go. Very nice. And we're actually missing a little bit of that. I don't think I want to skip out on the cobalt, pick that up,
Inventory full.
and then grab that. And then we'll head back. All right. Cool stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and look in here, toss in some stone into the survival kit, and then I will look at the cargo. There you are. Toss the cobalt into the cargo. We already have some ice, so it starts us off with a little bit of that. I probably not going to bother carrying bottles around with me because I'm going to have to be running back and forth here anyway to be able to keep my power going, because it looks like you drain power faster than you drain your oxygen and hydrogen. Well, maybe not hydrogen, but definitely your oxygen. So the way that I kind of get started is I queue up a ton of ingots, because then as I put stone in there, it'll go ahead and start filling it up for me. Now, let's move the ship a little bit. Where was that? Yeah. I'm going to come right over here. Actually, you can see the Earth-like planet. That's pretty cool. You can see the Mars-like planet. You can see the Earth-like planet. I'm pretty sure we are in the moon next to the alien planet. And we'll go ahead and hop out. I could go for that. I don't know if I really need to, though. There's nickel right below us, but we're going to get plenty of nickel out of the stone. It might be beneficial to grab some extra, but on the way down, we got to get some stone. So I'm going to go ahead and just start mining in, grab some of this. We'll get this processed, and then we'll be able to start advancing. Okay, now, one little tip is don't do exactly what I'm doing right here. If you go straight for the very top soil, basically, you're going to be getting a very small yield. If you dig a little bit down with your right-click function to where it mines up more, then you'll actually get more stone that's usable. So, if you're doing left-click, you get very small little chunks taken out. If you do right-click, you don't actually get anything, but you dig much deeper. And see that? See how there's that big texture difference? It's much smoother, much shinier. This is actually stone. It's not just dirt. Whereas before, it was just dirt. So if I dig into this now, watch how much faster my inventory fills. Done. Way faster. So definitely do that instead of just trying to dig up the soil. I did kind of forget. Alright, so the production, like I said, I queue up 1,000 ingots and just let it go. Iron is our biggest thing right now. We're going to need quite a bit of it. Okay, I think that's going to be enough mining for at least a couple minutes here. I know we didn't do a whole lot, but it's definitely enough to get started. So what we're going to want to do now is we're going to need quite a few steel plate. We're also going to need some power production. Now, this place, it does have atmosphere, but I doubt it has much in terms of wind. I'm going to give that a test just to see how it goes, but I really don't think we're going to get much out of that. We're probably going to have to go for solar power. We'll take a look. So if we're going to build, well, then we're going to have to build using steel plate. So let's queue some up. I'm going to go ahead and queue up about 100. That's probably way more than we're going to need right now. And actually, is that even something that we can afford right now? That's 600? Yeah, no, that's actually more than we can afford right now. So I'll go ahead and do a little bit more digging. Because I can't just have steel plate. It's mostly just to let it go. And I know my inventory's already full. I'm kind of at this point just making a nice stockpile of stone down here so I can just run back up, put it back in the system, run back down, pick up more stone, run back up. You get the idea. Ooh. Now see, this is something I didn't consider. I can see a space pirate ship. Or no, that's a civilian. There is one of the mods that I did add. It does include different factions and whatnot. So keep that in mind. There could be other things that you'll see that you might not otherwise be used to. What concerns me is the fact that I seem to be hostile towards so many people, or rather they seem to be hostile towards me. So I wonder, do I need to form a faction? We're going to form... Wait, what moon am I on? Titan? Triton? Uh, brown. Oh, that's just brown. Yeah, we're going, bro. Brownlandians. Sure. And I am gonna say that we accept peace requests, and I'm not gonna do that one. So maybe, yeah, that makes us nice to people. Yay. Okay, now we're not gonna just get up and murder the second we try to leave the house. Okay, alright, I think that's gonna do me for just a little bit, and actually we are doing pretty well on the steel plate front. I'm gonna cancel that for now, and let's go ahead and put some steel plate into our inventory, and we're going to go ahead and get started with a little bit of construction. Nothing too major, but I am going to pick a spot pretty intentionally, actually. I think I have to hold this in order to see exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm trying to find... Okay, so there's a spot of nickel right here, but also the platinum. The platinum is what I'm more interested in. It's the fact that we can get that without having to go off-world. Normally you have to fly to like an asteroid out there, be able to get platinum, but apparently moons count too. And I had no idea. I cannot wait to tell Newt. He's going to love that. That means we can set up a moon base somewhere and be just fine. This place has tons of the nickel. I don't see that platinum. I did see platinum earlier, didn't I? I'm not just completely crazy. I swear I did. Where were you? Was it closer to the ice lake? Maybe I'll hop in the vehicle, because that actually has the ore detector in it, so maybe it'll see a little bit better. Alright, buddy. Oh, there's the platinum. It must just be the fact that I am... Or my onboard system, or my onboard ore detectors slightly, or on my personal one, is slightly weaker. So maybe I'll be able to cut through nickel and then cut through platinum. That's what it's looking like. But yeah, I cannot see the platinum with my person. So it is roughly there. Okay. Cool stuff. Which means that is roughly where we're going to start building. So I'm going to lay out a little bit of a platform here. I'm not going to fill all these in, because absolutely not. I will, however, build a bit of a tower. I feel like this is more than tall enough. It's actually way more than tall enough. This is a good vantage point, for one, so I can look around, see if there's any other ore deposits. And yes, right where I thought there was earlier, you can kind of see one over there. Now, another interesting thing, I could technically leave this this surface, or this moon, with just my jetpack. I don't need a flying vehicle to do that. So if I have to fly out to see if I can find any uranium, I will. I don't know, however, if uranium could generate on this surface. If it can, I'm going to be very happy. But that ice lake, that is a fuel source for me. And you'll see a little bit more of that later. Now, this is what I want to try out first. I don't think there's any wind here. There is an atmosphere from what I can tell, but it's very faint. So I don't think it's going to count. So I need 10 interior plate. I need 8 motors, 20 construction components. And I need to top this off. All right. So I need to make some interior plate. I just needed to make 10. We'll get that queued up. Actually, I'm technically going to need 4. Nah, it'll be fine. We'll do 10. And then I need 8 motors. I do have some nickel, so I can do that. So I'll queue up 10 of those. Might as well have a couple extra. I'm going to need 20 construction components. So queue up 20 of those. I need 24 girders. And then 2 computers. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 computers. And I should have enough to be able to make all of these things without any trouble. Now, the beginning production thing is very, very slow, as you can tell, so bear with me through that. There we go. So that is all I need with that. That's all I need with that. Let's go ahead and get this place down and just see how it goes. I'm placing it nice and high in case it actually helps. Now, with a very thin atmosphere, that might actually not be the best, but we'll see. All right, now I need the 20 construction components. Oh, wow, I didn't even take any fall damage from that. It said this, this planet was supposed, or this moon, I guess, was supposed to be difficult. that starting here was going to be hard. But so far, it seems convenient. We'll see how long that stays. Alright. Now again, I don't think this is going to work. I've just never been here before, so I want to give it a shot. It never hurts to experiment. There's our girders. And there's our computers. Very good. Also, you might hear a couple of weird noises. There we go. And... oh! We have power. Interesting. Does this hurt? A little bit. Okay, it doesn't really matter. We actually have some wind power here. I wasn't expecting that. Well, that's incredible. Alright, so that means I can work on getting a basic assembler going. So for a basic assembler, I need to check exactly where the conveyor is. That's very important. So there's our conveyor. I'm going to have that facing that direction. So this way. Put it over here, actually. Smack that down, and I need 60 steel plate in there. So go ahead and get a little bit of that started. We're going to need 80 computers for this as well. So right off the bat, it's going to be a little expensive. But not that big of a deal. Alright, so let's get some more steel plate. Do we have already? No, I did not think so. Alright, so let's queue up a little bit more steel plate, and let's go back down and continue doing a little bit of mining. I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to do a fair bit of mining real quick, just to kind of get the ball rolling. So give me just a moment. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move the steel plate in front of the ingot production, just to kind of get the ball rolling on that. Because, as you saw earlier, I am probably going to be needing quite a bit of this stuff. I'm really excited to get this this production done. Let's grind off just a tiny bit of that. Well, that's tough to do. All right, that's fine then. I'll just leave it the way it is. So I'm going to need 40 construction components. Is going to be the next bit. Let's see. So we're going to add in production and 40 construction components. I'm going to move that over there now. Definitely looks like we're going to be having a bit of an iron shortage right from the start, because we are going pretty hard into this. Now, there's a couple reasons I actually made that tower so tall. One is because generally the higher you make them for wind power, the better the wind power is. Two, if I needed to put on solar panels, it would have a higher reach towards the horizon, so though the sun hasn't actually moved at all, maybe I just got like the best part of the moon, but I can throw down some solar panels if needed. And three, a mining tower. Now, what do I mean by a mining tower? The thing that I enjoy doing is, before I even build a vehicle that can do the digging for me, I like to get my base to do the digging for me. So I'm going to have probably a couple piston arms sticking out of the side here, and then several piston arms going straight down with a rotor and a drill attached to the bottom. And then I'm going to be pushing slowly every piston down with the drill on. And then once I've gone as far down as I can with that, I'm going to retract them all, push the one piston out that way, and do again. And we're going to basically have a little trench going, or maybe just a bunch of punch holes going. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be great, and I'm excited for it. It's going to get us tons of resources. But all in time. It looks like we are struggling a little bit to get the resources we need here. Oh, maybe it just ran through all of my stone. Never mind. Now, how much is this taking? 74? Okay, so we'll have enough for that. What is next after the construction components? What do we need? So it's construction, and then 10 motors, 4 displays, and 80 computers. 10 motors, 4 displays, and 80 computers. So let's do that. So I'm actually going to queue up 8 motors, because we do already have a few extra. So 10 motors. I remember, was it 4 displays? I don't remember. I'm going to do the 80 computers. That can go to the end there. Go ahead and get this part processed. I will have enough iron for that, but just by a little bit, so I need to get a little bit more. This part right here is basically your early game, is you're going to be just spending a ton of time in a hole, grabbing stone, and running back and forth. That's just kind of how you gotta start. Now, if you're playing with multiple people, which I do highly recommend you do, then instead of doing that, you can have one person be kind of the dedicated mole, and then you can have someone else get everything else going. I was basically the dedicated mole for a little bit in our little duo world. It's not that big of a deal, just running back and forth, letting your other guy do what needs to be done. Now, it is a little disappointing that I didn't see an iron vein right at the start here, but it's honestly okay, because iron, as you can see, does come from stone as well. So we really shouldn't have to worry about that. It's just way better if you can find an iron vein. It was very convenient, though, to find that cobalt rock that we found at the beginning over by the ice lake. That is incredible, because that is going to get us directly to the next tier very soon. As soon as we unlock that assembler, we're going to have tier 2 tools. Which, well, I guess more like tier 1. We're kind of on the tier 0 right now. Oh, there we go. So there's the motors. There's the construction components. Still got to wait on those computers. It shouldn't take too long. So let's go ahead and build onto this. It was 4 displays. Right. Alright, so we'll do 4 displays. And then those computers shouldn't take too long after that. I hope. Oh, it's just going through the stone. That's fine. Let's put those in front. How much am I going to need for that? Oh, wow, that's actually not a lot. Let's go ahead and move the computers up. The faster I get this done, the better. And I should have more than enough for all of that. Nice and easy. Alright, I'll go ahead and take the displays over. Get that punched in. And then we just need those computers. I might as well throw in those extra steel plates, you know? Keep it nice and secure, especially now that we've seen that we can actually look at other people out and about, flying around the moon. That's a little concerning to me, because that means that we could become a target for space pirates. It's unlikely, but it's possible. Okie dokie. We got all of our computers. And now we have a basic assembler. Fully built. Isn't that grand? Now, what we can do, actually, is we can utilize this to check the control panel. And look at that wind turbine. And we are producing 1 kilowatt. And the wind clearance is optimal. So that's not a lot. That's really not a lot. How much power does this thing require? Max required input is 280 kilowatts. We're getting 1. Now, it's possible that that's just because that's all this is accepting right now, because nothing's happening. So we'll give that a shot. I think what I'll do... Well, no, really what I should do is work on building a new refinery. That refinery is 100 steel plate, 120 technically, 20 construction components, 10 motors, 10 computers. Honestly, not that expensive. I think we can get that done. Oh, that's a little bit... Oh yeah, I have a mod that you can build them on small grid as well. That's not what we're going for here. Going for the big boys, so I need 10 computer, 10 motor, 20 construction. 10 computer, 10 motor, 20 construction. And what else was it? I know it was like 120 steel plate. Yep, that's it. 120 steel plate. I have 43 already, so I can do 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 101, or 110, 120. Whoa. Can that hit me? Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a little unsettling. It's a nice view, though. I missed the lightning, but it's a nice view, though. Oh boy. A little scary. Little scary. Alright, it looks like we are out of iron again. So, before I close things off for the day, I'm going to get some more stone mined up real quick, get all this processed, and we're going to get our assembly going. You have a good idea of how to get everything started, or how to get everything processed, rather. I don't think I need to explain it to you anymore. I'm going to go ahead and get that assembler going. I'll see you in just a bit. Alright, so the storm is still brewing, but I do believe I have everything I need. I might be 20 short for the full build of this, but I think it's gonna be okay. I keep grabbing the tiny version. Yeah, it should be okay. So the conveyor system is only on this side, right? So I'm going to do this, make sure that that connects. Yeah, there's only those two sections, and I think it looks better that way. So I'm going to place it to where those conveyors are touching, and there we go. This will get it a full structure. The storm is making me a little nervous. I don't actually know if lightning can do damage. I don't know if it can destroy my structures. So mild concern with that. But there we go. And building the basic refinery makes me unlock some new blocks. And the sun does look like it's going to be going down relatively soon, so I'm really glad that the turbines work. Look at that thing go. So I don't know exactly how much power it's going to be going now. Oh, it is now... Oh, max output is increasing. Ooh, maybe we are going to be okay with just this one. Let's see. Real quick, I'm going to run over here. Oh, we have a sandstorm? Oh, maybe that's why I picked up like that. Oh, boy. Look at this. We got a dust storm going on. Kind of cool. I'm going to grab all this stone, and I'm going to toss it over here now. We're going to toss it into the refinery, and we're going to see how well this goes. And there you go. Oh, look at that. Look how much faster that is. That's incredible. Not only is it faster, I think it's also more efficient. I'm pretty sure it gives us more resources for the stone, and it also processes cobalt. So that's where things are going to be really nice. So now I can grab that, toss that in there. We get a little bit of cobalt cooking up. Very, very nice. We only have a little bit of iron, but that might be okay. So the first thing we're going to do is take a look in here. So very small amounts of iron needed, very small amounts of cobalt, very small amounts of nickel, and very small amounts of silicon. So I'm going to make the tier 1 of this, this, and this. And we'll see if it'll let me do that. There we go. It's cooking that up, and this is getting nuts. Oh man, look how fast the wind turbine is going. Whoa. I feel like I'm in some serious danger though. This place is crazy. But that amount of wind power is incredible. Let's take a look at that. It can produce a megawatt of power during a storm. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They said that this would be hard. Alright, so I'm going to grab these. And what I'm also going to do is go to production and set to disassembling tools. And I'm going to disassemble those base ones. And I'm going to toss in the originals. So put that in there. If it'll let me. Oh, wait, sorry. Basic assembler. There we go. Put that in there. Put that in there. And put that in there. So we'll recycle our old tools. And then we will reorganize these. All right. I think that's a pretty good successful start to this world. This is insane. I can barely see anything. I'm going to go hide in the car. Whew. All right, we are going to sit tight in here. It is it's too foggy to see. This is nuts. So I'm having a great time. I'm really glad that I selected this world to be the one that we start on. And I am actually going to call it a day here. So hopefully you enjoyed. I am probably going to pre-record a few of these just because what's the point of doing a test with a new video series if I'm not going to be able to upload a few of them, you know? So I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to try to keep every video about 30-ish minutes if I can. But yeah, I'll try to come up with some project for each individual one, or just maybe just cut it whenever I decide we've done enough. But it's been enough for today. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.